Well, here we are again, old YouTube friends. How are you? It's your old buddy Matt here. And I'm a small town guy. I come from a small town. Born and raised in a small town, as a matter of fact. Live in a small town today. Although I've lived around the world, in big cities, and small towns alike, medium-sized towns. But there's a certain magic about a small town. And I guess throughout my career as a journalist, I've always been trying to explain the bigger picture to folks in the small town. But I've never quite explained the small town to the bigger picture. So that's what I did in this essay here today that I wrote, was maybe to help you folks who've never been to a small town like where I live today, maybe help you understand what life is like out here in the small town. And you might think it's different, and it is. Life's very different out here. So this one here, this is about small towns. And it's a real essay that I wrote in my own style, in my own words. No AI, nothing fake about it. It is what it is. So friends, let's take a walk to help us understand life in a small town. The stench of manure and desperation, that's a small town for you. Swirling like a dust devil in the blistering Texas heat. It's the kind of place where dreams go to die. They shrivel up like tumbleweeds down on Main Street. The good folks here, well, they cling to their God and their guns. They're kind of like lifelines in a sea of boredom. They talk about the glory days of high school football. They also talk about that one time that the feed store burnt down. Excitement doesn't come too easy around these parts. You can walk into the Greasy Spoon, a cafe. It's the heart and soul of any small town worth its salt. Those beady eyes, well, they latch onto you like a tick. You're an outsider. You're a walking, talking disruption of the monotony. And somehow, that makes you dangerous. The waitress, bless her old heart, she's seen it all before. The tired smile, the hairnet askew, a plate of overcooked bacon slapped in front of you like it's some kind of fucking judgment. Small town wisdom spills out of every cup of bad coffee that she serves every single day. Now let's not forget the mayor and the city council and county commissioners. They're bloated up as a hog in a trough. They're sweating through their Sunday best and promising about everything under the sun, but delivering not a damn thing. The whispers about their dealings and the scandals, well, they're hushed about like a prayer at a fucking funeral. Small towns thrive on gossip. The juicier the better. It's currency around here. It's traded in backyards and down at the counter of the parts store or the hardware store. The truth? Well, that's a slippery slope. Molded and shaped to fit whatever narrative keeps the boredom at bay for that day. You see, folks here measure their life in seasons, not years. It's football season, hunting season, and the annual church bake sale. These are the milestones that are etched into the very fibers of these little towns. Change is not welcome around here. Tradition's got its claws sunk way in deep, and progress is a dirty word that's muttered beneath their breaths around here. But now don't think for a second. You stop right there. Don't think for 1 second that a small town is all that bad. No, sir. There's a kind of beauty in the decay. Close your eyes and you see that old man swinging on the front porch, creaking back and forth with the rhythm of a life that's been lived. He's got stories that could curl your damn hair. Wisdom. That wisdom is born in hardship. He also knows the joys that are found in simplicity. There's a fierce loyalty around here. a sense of community forged in shared struggles, and the knowledge that when it all goes to hell, they're going to put it back together, all together themselves. Night falls like a heavy blanket, smothering the meager lights and casting a long shadow. Those shadows are pretty eerie around here. From somewhere in the darkness, a damn dog howls a lonesome sound. It mirrors the howl of every soul trapped in this goddamn fishbowl. You can feel the weight of it all. Generations have lived and died. Their hopes and fears are buried parched in the earth down at the cemetery. You see, small towns, they're not for the faint of heart. They'll chew you up and spit your ass out if they ever let you in the mouth in the first place. But for those of you who are brave enough to look beyond the dust, gossip, and all the bullshit that comes with it, the stale coffee, the faded dreams, all that good stuff, there's a kind of truth to be found. A raw, unfiltered slice of America that's laid bare and bleeding in the harsh sunlight of every little small town you come across. It ain't always pretty, but goddamn if it ain't always real. You see, life in a small town is tough. It's not always easy, but that's the life that these people know. These people are my people out here in the small town. When I started out, like I said, to be a journalist, I was going to go and tell the story of the world to these people back here in my small town, where I live now. Well, I guess it's equally as important that I tell their story to you. There's something to be said for that. I guess the bad part about it is it took me 20 years to realize that road goes two ways. You know, this channel is all about education, creating understanding. Because without understanding, what do we have? We have misunderstanding. And what good is that for anybody? It's no good at all. We'll see you later. I'll talk to you soon. I'll have another essay for you in a day or so, whenever I get around to it. Take care of yourself and learn something along the way. We'll see you.